There are many small hidden gardens in the town of Rab, but this one is quite close to the beautiful first stop which I want to show you. And that stop is our lovely, old, monumental Benedictine monastery. About 1,000 years ago, better to say 1018, this Benedictine monastery was founded mainly for daughters of noble families, and there were quite a lot of noble families living here in the town of Rab, on the island of Rab. On the floor here in front, we can also see some members here in Nimira of the noble families buried in this area in front of the Benedictine monastery. It is actually a real pleasure to be here in this monumental historical place in front of the Benedictine monastery, which is their schedules, working and praying constant every day, every night, and it brings us together for thousands of years. The history of them is a history of Ireland as well. In this long period of 1,000 years, one year is special. 1530, Lucina de Dominis entered the monastery. Lucina from the noble family de Dominis. She brought a special gift that was a beautiful icona. That icona made a miracle. When other sisters were praying the wake, then she heard in her bed, "Stand up, wake up, go and pray with the others." "But how can I?" she asked. "Go, you have to go there with others and pray." The great light came from the icona, and she stood up and she went and prayed with others. Everybody thought she was a ghost. At the same time, fishermen were in front of the monastery, and they also saw the same light. They immediately ran to the monastery because they wanted to help. But then they saw the miracle. She was walking. The bishop heard about the miracle, and he wanted immediately to sanctify the icona. But he couldn't take the painting from the wall. So Lucina de Dominis, she carried the icon to the cathedral, and they made a small procession from the monastery to the cathedral. Today, the procession is huge. All the villages from the island of Rab, they gather in front of the town of Rab. The priest is waiting with the icon in his hands, and then they go together to the monastery, to the cathedral, and in the cathedral the icon stays till the end of the mount. The procession is well known, Križi. The monastery of Sant'Andrea became known all over the world because of the miracle of the icona glorifying the Lady of Rab. Many people came here and are coming even today. And actually many gifts today we have in the monastery. This is the cathedral, which is of course very important because once, especially then in that period, the bishop was here and all the decisions could be made immediately, especially the sanctification of the icona. We are looking now our interesting statue of Saint Christophorus, but about that story I will tell you another time. Now let us see this beautiful blue sea, boats coming and going, because Rab is always a destination of history, of legends, of time, any time. So in that time, there was one time so special. 1177, the Pope Alexander III visited Rab as he had to consecrate and dedicate the cathedral. That was a special day for the whole island, for sisters, the Benedictine sisters also, and actually they made for that occasion the cake of Rab, Rabska torta, existing today as a specialty. Culinary art, pharmacy art, education, singing, making silk, any sort of handicrafts. This is why our Benedictine sisters are so well known, not just on our island, in the town of Raab, but all over the world, and waiting for you to visit them.